Carol, what are your thoughts on the zombie apocalypse? That's right, Carol.
Did you see that?
See what?
I just changed the channel with my tongue.
You're an idiot.
You're an idiot.
Hey, are you bored?
Yes.
Well, come on down to Astroland.
Why?
We've got exciting rides.
So?
Stop interrupting me.
I'm sorry.
So, if you're looking for a fantastic family day out, full of fun, friendship, and adventure, then get yourself down to Astroland, the best theme park in town.
Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking?
Look out! The bear's gonna come! Father! I will avenge you!
Matt, did you give guns to the bears again? Oh, I could never stay mad at you. Let's get some ice cream. Yay!
Hey guys. Guys? Everything worked out in the end. Isn't that right, little Tom?
This is one of my favorite episodes.
We need to get out of the rain. Let's hide in the museum. How do you know it won't follow us inside? Water hates learning. Ed, the water followed us inside. You lied to me. Whoa. The Diary of Edward Gold. Tom, get me out of here. Nah. The year was 1800, and I had just arrived in the town of Spitbucket, USA.
I'm streaming on my Awesome 2 account,
Pardon me,
so
sir.
come join me on there, and you could do a shout out. And I'm watching eddsworld, so you can put that in.
Want my ass, don't you? Well, you can't have it.
I decided the old saloon would be a good place to start. This old saloon looks like a good place to start.
What'll it be?
I'll have a bear, please.
A bear? Oh,
Oh,
I'll have a
beer,
bear, please. Much better.
much better. The name's Gold, Detective Edward Gold. I'm here looking for a member of the British royal family. He's gone missing, you see.
Was he nailed to the floor?
No?
Then he was taken by bandits.
How do you know?
Anything that ain't nailed down gets taken by bandits around here.
My ass, they stole my beautiful ass.
Oh, have you told the sheriff?
I am the sheriff.
Ah, Sheriff Thompson. I was told you'd be willing to help me.
Sorry, kid, but you ain't getting your friend back.
Why?
This town's got enough problems as it is. I ain't got time to deal with yours.
Wait, what if I helped you clean up this town?
I don't need your help.
Sheriff! Sheriff! The bandits stole all the mail!
I want to nail down myself.
I want to nail down those nails. They all call me crazy, but look what happens.
Fine.
Fine.
Yay!
Man, I love being a bandit.
Soy amigo.
What?
What?
Excuse me, chaps, but would you galleons be kind enough to set me free?
No way. We're gonna ransom you off and make thousands.
Muchos pesos.
Seriously, what's wrong with you? Keep an eye on our prince, Juan.
What's it like being a prince?
Oh, it's marvelous. Ladies love a prince.
I like ladies. I wish they liked me.
Hey,
I'll teach you
teach you how to be a prince. Really?
Indubitably.
Step 1. If you're gonna clean up this town, you're gonna need one of these. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You can't fire your gun without giving it a name first.
Oh. I shall call him
Brian.
Brian.
What? No, you can't call it a man's name.
Why? What's yours called?
Gun.
Gun.
You drink before you shoot?
Everybody needs a little something. Wow.
Oh, my knee! My favorite knee!
Help! The bank's getting robbed!
Give us your money back.
Don't you sass me.
All right, Sheriff. Brian and I are going to clean up this town, and when we're done, you'll have no choice but to help us rescue the prince. Let's do this. Okay, you bandits. Oh! And to be a proper prince, you need proper posture.
My back's hurting.
Don't worry. It
Wait,
gets
what?
easier the longer you stay. And to be a proper prince, you need proper
Oh,
posture.
I thought
My
this thing was
back's
like.
hurting.
Don't worry. It gets easier the longer you stay still.
You're right.
He does
It does get
easy.
easier.
Oh,
Eddie
I'm a
boy.
miserable failure.
You are.
I've failed my mission.
Yeah, you did.
I could use some words of encouragement.
Yeah, you
good.
could.
Oh, we never get crime like this in England.
No, I will not allow it.
Oh, go on.
You may not kidnap me.
Please.
No, I shall not do as you ask, you fiendish man.
Oh, shut up, woman. Get on my horse. I'm sorry, son.
I'm
but
pretty
as
sure
you can
that's
see,
Tom
I'm far
doing
too
it.
busy
It's
with
Tom
this
doing a
hellhole
good
to help you
voice.
rescue your Prince Charming.
Bro.
Barkeep, get this man a whiskey.
Sorry, Sheriff. Bandits
Stick
took all
on
the
whiskey.
What do you have? New drink.
This guy is supposed to be
Came in.
torn.
They're calling it cola. Sounds fancy.
Is it alcoholic?
No.
No.
I
Well,
hate
hit
it.
it.
Well,
Then you
couldn't
have
hurt to try.
So, how is it?
Oh, what happened?
Well, you cleaned up the whole town. And a promise is
It's
a
a promise,
promise is
it's
a
a promise.
promise.
Is the promise.
Is a promise. Let's go get your prince.
How do I look? Like a prince.
Well.
Well, almost.
something not quite right. Aha! It's those old rusty keys. A prince wouldn't carry those filthy things around. No, no, no. I know. Why don't I hold those keys for you?
Oh, okay. Hey, it's the sheriff! What? Get over here!
Boys, we're putting a stop to your thieving.
Yeah, you and what army?
This one.
Okay.
His face looks so intense.
Get up, losers! I literally have no idea what you're saying, like, all of the time.
How exactly was this a good idea?
I have a plan.
Well, what is it?
Drink.
This is a terrible plan.
Everybody needs a little something.
That's a horse.
Ah! My knee! My second favorite knee!
You can't do this to me.
I'm a prince.
Ow! Treason!
Eddie
Shut
Bully is
up.
one of my favorite actors
What
for
are
these
you
characters.
saying?
And then
Eddie
Brad will
Bully
pull off
is one of his
single-handedly.
John and Eduardo
If you
are
ever do decide to come to England, you'll
Good
always be
voice
welcome in my
actors.
home.
Thanks, but I don't see that happening anytime
they're all
soon.
good voice
My
actors.
ass! Sheriff, have you seen my ass?
On second thought, maybe
Anybody
England
else
doesn't
doesn't
sound
sound
like
like such a bad idea.
Ed?
Sheriff Thompson? No.
What? No, I just needed some dry clothes.
Hey, the rain stopped.
I like
Go
how
home
he's
before it
in
comes back for revenge.
underwear.
Everybody needs a little something.
Why would you drink a 100-year-old bottle of cola?
I don't know.
know.
I don't know. Would you do that? And no, you would not. Oh,
Messy
no.
writing can cost you.
Copyrighted for this.
Grammarly Business focuses on commas, spelling,
Did this person?
and structure.
No.
So you can focus on beating the deadline.
I'm gonna turn it down. Oh yeah, I see. No. Watch the Snorge.
Hey, wanna play some video games? I know I do. I haven't seen the sun in years. So, let's play League of Legends. Sound familiar? It should. It's amazing. And it's free. You can afford that.
We're not watching the end part 1. I'll watch that near the end of the stream. I want to watch the Snorge. Snorge is one of my favorite episodes. You probably know why.
Hey, how's it going? Ever heard about this game called League of Legends? Well, you're
I don't
hearing about it now.
care.
Check it out. Each game you get...
Iceberg dead ahead. We are playing. Oh yeah. Cloudburn! Way to go, Paul.
All done.
Maybe one more. That's too many. Like, I'm so casual. I was just like, boop. That would be cool. Snow on your face for that long. Just,
Holy lonely pony eating macaroni!
oh no, please, I cannot say that. I'm alive.
I'm alive.
I'm alive. I feel a song coming on. Magic the snowman. No, I don't want to share it. No, no.
I love your hair. I could your hair, handsome. Save me, my wintry brethren! No way!
Oh, what did
You're
I
on your
do?
own, buddy! Yeah, we're out of here! Yeah. Anyone else feel kind of
Melting me. Okay,
Ah, there's no way out of this! It was ice!
I'm gonna put it all the way back to the beginning and play this rest of it.
Iceberg, dead ahead! We are in the plane. Oh yeah. Cloudburn!
All done. Anyway.
Holy lonely pony eating macaroni!
I'm alive. I'm alive. I feel the song coming on. Magic snowman.
I love your hair. Hey, handsome. Save me, my wintry brethren! No way! You're on your own, buddy! Yeah, we're out of here! Yeah. Anyone else feel kind of melting tea? Ah, there's no way out of this! It was ice snowing you, Matt! Yeah, we're gonna get...
I'm gonna slay you.
Scrooge you.
Huh?
You know, like Scrooge from A Christmas Carol?
But it's not even Christmas!
Ah, Scrooge you guys.
How'd you build that snow tank so fast?
Snow tank.
Did you ever think we could rush all into our snow once? I think we did.
Now we'll do the slowest that we can and start over again. Oof. It's as slow as it can go. You have to listen to the again. Done. Oh, this is so annoying. Iceberg.
Iceberg! Dead! We are in the plane.
It's the best.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Hold maybe one more.
Oh my gosh, this is so slow. I'm just doing this on slow motion because it's short. Here it comes.
Holy lonely pony eating macaroni!
I feel a song going on. Oh, look at 3 noses.
Alive! I'm alive! I'm alive!
Okay,
I'm
it's just...
alive! I feel the sun coming on!
Climate change is 4 minutes? No. Wasn't it originally?
YouTube is great for people that are just starting a new business or small business owners like myself because we're all on a budget. Video can
Oh. It's normal speed. Or is this the whole animated thing? Hot.
Nothing like an electric fan on a hot day.
Ed, I don't think we should be using this much electricity.
What do you mean?
Well, if we keep using this much electricity, then the power plants that provide it will have to work overtime, and that will result in the excretion of excessive amounts of greenhouse gases that will travel to the polar ice caps and boil and melt them and cause the sea levels to rise, which will ultimately result in extreme weather changes, no doubt causing the Earth to both overheat and flood simultaneously.
Don't be silly. Like our electricity usage alone could cause that.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Hey, can I have one of those?
No.
No.
Somebody somewhere is sure using a lot of electricity.
And your point is?
Oh, I just like to narrate.
And your point is...
Your point is?
Oh, I just like to narrate. I just like to narrate. You're sure using a lot of electricity.
And your point is...
Oh, I just like to narrate.
It's Paul. I've never seen this one. Well, what's left of it anyway. You have like 5
What's that sound?
plug. You need to plug in a newspaper now?
Hot dog in a toaster! It's a giant wave!
Hey, Hen.
That's not.
It's not that big. I've seen bigger.
It's a giant wave. It's not that.
That's slightly bigger.
That's a wave.
Quick, Ed, turn everything off before it's too late!
How on earth do I do anything now?
Turn everything off now!
Time to take off now.
Oh man, it's getting closer! Hello? Yeah, it's me. Look, I might not be around much longer, so I thought I'd better call. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, with extra anchovies, please. Ah, it's right in front of me! Oh, that's mildly better. 97, 98, 99, 100. Ready or not, here I go!
Well, that's just silly. You know what, guys? I've learned something today.
That's right, we do need to seriously consider cutting back on our electricity usage, even if it's just something small like turning stuff off completely before we go to bed. Because if we don't, we are all going to die.
Bye.
Well, that was the lamest thing I've ever seen. And that
Wait, it's not done.
was the lamest thing I've ever seen. And that rainbow thing was so... Wait, is that a giant wave?
And your point is... And there. Now we're gonna watch it in fast motion. A lot more smoother.
Nothing like an electric fan on a hot day.
Ed, I don't think we should be using this much electricity.
What do you mean?
Well, if we keep using this much electricity, then the power plants provide us have to work overtime, and that will result in excretion of excessive amounts of greenhouse gases that will travel to polar ice caps and boil and melt them, cause the sea levels to rise, which will ultimately result in extreme weather changes, no doubt causing the Earth to both overheat and flood simultaneously.
Don't be silly. Like our electricity used alone could cause that.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Hey, can I have one of those?
No.
Somebody's somewhere is sure using a lot of electricity.
And your point is?
Oh, well, I just like to.
Well, no one's gonna join the stream, so this video is made for nothing. It's only been 30 minutes.
What's that sound?
I've streamed for like 2 hours once.
It's not that big. I've seen bigger.
Oh.
That's slightly bigger. Quick, Ed, turn everything off before it's too late. How on earth will I do anything now? Turn everything off.
Oh man, it's getting closer.
Hello? Yeah, it's me. Look, I might not be around much longer, so I thought I'd call. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, with extra entry, please.
Ah, it's right in front of me.
Oh, that's multi-better. 47, 48, 29.
No, not here I go.
Well, that's just silly. You know what, guys? I've learned something today.
That's right, we do need to seriously consider cutting back on our electricity usage. Even if it's just something small, like turning stuff off completely before we go to bed. Because if we don't, we are all going to die.
Well, that was the lamest thing I've ever seen. And that rainbow thing was so... Wait, is that a giant wave?
Go back to normal. So yeah, I'm streaming till it's only 12, so maybe till like 1 or something. Since nobody's here, I can't really get any suggestions from anybody. I posted a video on my main channel. I guess no one saw. And on my regular channel it's like 50. Let me see. I can check right now. Has like and it has 50 subscribers. So you would think wait, does it say the people that are live? That's helpful. I'm subscribed to a lot of people. I'm tired. As I would say. Watch my eddsworld slideshow that no one watched. Yeah, the music, I set to something else and made it short. But then when my thing did, is it like, oh, I don't know what it did. It's very warm. This tape was very warm. What happened? I broke my paper. What the fridge? I'm like, why are the eddsworld videos? Let's look at see much. Oh my god. could watch, um,
Wait.
I'm gonna go get a drink.
Huh, a new message. Ed, in your next episode, put a dog in it.
That's ridiculous. I'm not the kind of person who would randomly introduce a dog or even any kind of pet into a story just because I got a message telling you to do so.
Hey Ed, I got a dog! Oh boy, a dog? Yes, a dog! Where did you even get this dog? I don't know! Yeah!
Wait, isn't Matt fatally allergic to dogs? Hello Edheads, I hope you enjoyed that quick short. The next big animation is going to be a while because I'm still busy battling cancer and I have a bone marrow transplant coming up in a few weeks. But at the end of this video there will be a quick preview of the next episode. Also, in the Shark Robot store there are some new t-shirts such as this one, this one, and that one. Next one.
It's pretty swell.
Tom, get that engine working! Tom! He's down! Damn it! What are we gonna do with him? I don't know!
He's doing something stupid again, isn't he?
Yep.
We know what it is yet?
Nope, but I'm sure we're going to find out.
Yep.
And the rains that I'm stuck to us and they're probably gonna eat us and I'm too pretty to die!
Thank you.
Alright, you alien scum, what do you want with us? Greetings, Pinkskin. I am Commander Bai. Welcome to my ship.
Are you going to eat us?
What? No. Come on, let me show you around. This ship is the finest in your galaxy.
There are other ships in the galaxy?
Well, last time I checked, the Sun Chasers of Nemo were in the squadron.
Those guys sound awesome.
Wait. Yeah, not so much. This is storage. Here, we keep all of our superior technology.
What does this do?
That is a normalizer.
Cool.
What about this?
Well, that's a laser gun.
Lame. Wait.
Okay, let's go. This is the desire room. We go here to relax. It'll show you the thing you want the most.
Hey, handsome, I love your hair. Nice jacket. I can tolerate your existence. It's so beautiful.
Wow, Tom, I guess you want to celebrate Christmas all along.
No.
Tom, no. Tom, don't do it. Tom, don't you burn that tree down. Do not burn that tree down.
Tom, do burn the tree down.
Did it. What's that?
Home. Let's move on.
Oh no! Joe!
This is the helm.
Who wants
From
to meet
here,
my
we can
kitty,
control everything on the
Mr.
ship.
Rock? No!
Watch.
Gravity off. Gravity on.
Gravity off.
Yeah.
Hey, what's this thing?
Oh, now let's see with the camera.
The vanity drive. It powers the entire ship. What? Let me explain. My people are the most attractive race in the universe. We even found a way to convert our self-esteem into raw energy. On a routine mission to pick up space beer, our hyperdrive malfunctioned and sent us deep into space. We spent years trying to find our way home.
Go away!
Over time, we let ourselves go and could no longer power the ship with our vanity. Ever since then, we've been stuck in this galaxy searching for a being vain enough to get us home.
How's that going?
Well, we thought we'd found them on Sarkophos 7, but they turned out to just be the most complimentary species. This ship is lovely. Wow, you look great today. I am so hungry. Did you
Get out of the way!
I still don't see what this has to do with us.
I think I do.
What? Oh. Oh.
Hey Ed, it's Tom here. I hope you enjoyed this episode and are looking forward to part 2. This episode was of course broken into 2 parts because unfortunately the show's creator Edfield has passed away. But I want to thank everyone who helped us finish this off. You can check them out over there.
Bye bye, little
I
kitty.
especially want to thank you guys for the amount of love and support you've given us these past couple of
That's not part 2
Thank
of
you so
this.
much guys and I hope you enjoy part 2, which will be coming out as soon as it's made. We're making it, right? Oh yeah, yeah. Looking forward to that.
From here, we can control everything on the ship. Watch.
Gravity off. Gravity on.
Yeah.
Hey, what's this thing?
That
Yeah.
is the vanity drive. It powers the entire ship. What? Let me From here, we can control everything on the ship. Watch.
Gravity off. Gravity on.
Yeah.
Hey, what's this thing?
That is the vanity drive. It powers the entire
Wait, what?
ship. What? From here, we can control everything on the ship. Watch.
Gravity off. Gravity on.
From here, we can control everything on the ship. Watch.
Gravity off. Gravity on.
Yeah.
Hey, what's this thing?
That is the vanity drive. It powers the entire ship. What? Let me explain. My people...
The rain! They're probably gonna eat us and I'm too pretty to die!
And I'm too pretty to die!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright, you alien scum. What do you want with us? Greetings, Pinkskin. I am Commander Bai. Welcome to my ship.
Alright, you idiot scum, what do you want?
What? No. Come on, let me show you around. This ship is the finest in your galaxy.
There are other ships in the galaxy?
Well, last time I checked, the Sun Chasers of Nemo were in this quadrant.
Those guys sound awesome.
Wait, yeah, not so much. This is storage. Here, we keep all of our superior technology.
What does this do?
That is a normalizer.
Cool.
What about this?
Well, that's a laser gun.
Lame. Wait.
Okay, let's go. This is the Desire Room. We go here to relax. It'll show you the thing you want the most.
Hey, handsome, I love your hair.
Nice jacket.
I can tolerate your existence. It's so beautiful.
Wow, Tom, I guess you want to celebrate Christmas all along. Oh, Tom, no. Tom, don't do it. Tom, don't you burn that tree down. Do not burn that tree down. You did it. What's that?
Home. Let's move on. This is the helm. From here, we can control everything on the ship. Watch.
Gravity off. Gravity on.
Yeah.
Hey, what's this thing? That is the
That's like the best
vanity
part.
drive.
Yeah.
It powers the entire ship. What? Let me explain.
Hello.
My people are the most attractive race in the universe. We even found a way to convert our self-esteem into raw energy. On a routine mission to pick up space bear, our hyperdrive malfunctions and sent us deep into space. We spent years trying to find our way home. Over time, we let ourselves go and could no longer power the ship with our vanity. Ever since then, we've been stuck in this galaxy searching for a being vain enough to get us home.
How's that going?
Well, we thought we found them on Sarkophos 7, but they turned out to just be the most complimentary species. This ship is lovely. Wow, you look great, eh? I am so hungry. Did you cut your hair?
I still don't see what this has to do with us.
I think I do.
What? Oh. Oh.
Oh. Yeah, it was the right.
Hey, it's Tom here. I hope you enjoyed this episode and are looking forward to part 2. This episode was, of course, broken into 2 parts because, unfortunately, the show's creator, Ed Gould, has passed away. But I want to thank everyone who helped us finish this off. You can check them out over there. Please do. And I especially want to thank you guys for the amount of love and support you've given us these past couple months. So thank you so much, guys, and I hope you enjoy part 2, which will be coming out as soon as it's made. We're making it, right? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Look forward to that. Hello? Hey, it's Ed. What's the password? Say it.
I'm a smelly butthead.
Why do you sleep with a gun?
Okay, whatever. Just get a weapon and follow me. I'll explain on the way.
How do you sleep with a gun? Without at least killing yourself in your sleep on accident. Ooh, the Eddsworld Legacy documentary is one of the best things I have ever watched. We'll watch that. No. There's one person here. On the left.
Hello, human people. I'm Neil Patrice Crumpets, and welcome to the Eddsworld documentary, where we have thrills, yes, spills,
Basically waterboarded him.
and shifty eyes. What's that, you say? You don't know what Eddsworld is? Well, I'll give you a quick update by downloading over 10 years of Eddsworld history directly into your brain. Here we go! Well then, now that you're all caught up, let's get on with the informational programming. Say a friendly human greeting to the lovely meatbags responsible for the legacy of Ed Gould and his show, Eddsworld.
My name is Matt Hargreaves, and I play Matt in Eddsworld, as well as doing for the other things behind the scenes.
My name is Thomas Ridgewell, and I am the co-writer and co-producer and co-person in it of Eddsworld. I'm good at talking as well. Professional.
Hi there, I'm Eddie Bowley, and I am the co-writer and co-producer of Eddsworld, alongside Tom, and I also do the voice of John, the neighbour. I thought you said we were stupid.
Ah, you did the thing.
I did the thing! I've known Ed for a long time through the Newgrounds community, comics community. I used to do a web comic, and Ed was a fan of it, and we kind of traded messages and stuff. And I saw, hey, you do these great cartoons, you know, let's be friends. And so then, yeah, we'd meet up at all these conventions and just hang out and have a really good time. And we do like cameo voices for each other.
It's Ed, Edward, and Eddie, I think.
And then, yeah, just been a firm fan of the show for a long, long time.
Actually, I'm underwater. As are you.
Clearly, one of us is lying. So I'm going to wait until the truth comes out.
Fine with me.
I got involved with Eddsworld somewhere along the lines of like 11 or so years ago when I first met Ed on a website called Stick Suicide, and he was making just these really terrible kind of stickman animations, but you know, to me, at the age of like 12 or so, I was like, this is the best thing ever, and I just kind of spammed him until eventually we were friends. Then when kind of Eddsworld started the way it is now, which was, you know, with me, Ed, Matt, and Tord, I was there. I was in his cartoon because he basically just drew his friends. So when I became one of his friends, he drew me, even though I wasn't voicing my own character at that time. Eventually I got a microphone and my voice broke.
Yeah.
And I started being in it.
Pardon me, neighbor. What a lovely day. Could we perchance borrow a cup of your finest sugar? Oh God, you gotta help us! The house is haunted. It'll go. What's this dry monument? Does anyone have any of my trousers?
Eddsworld began for me when I met Ed. He was already actually making a comic called Eddsworld with his friends in it. It was him, David, and a couple of other guys. Then we found a couple of animation tools on the school computer. Very simple GIF stuff with stick figures. Logically, he went from drawing his friends as the much better drawn characters on the comic to stick figures. And then when it got a bit better and we found Flash, eventually I was kind of drawn into it in terms of, well, literally being drawn into Eddsworld world.
He was always doodling, and I think it just was like he always wanted to.
He's just in his own world, isn't
animate.
he? That's it, pretty much.
But one of the main reasons I think it advanced and went further was he got terribly bullied when he was at junior school. And he began, people used to watch his little doodlings and drawings, and as he did the animations, he got more recognised.
Yeah.
He would have done it anyway.
But he was having kids throw things at you from back of the class and things like that before that, and it was his way of escaping from his own little world. And that's when he met Matt, obviously, and they were both the...
And yet the characters were always just happened to be his friends from school. In college we moved. I think the second that people got more around him, college is now... I mean, a friend of mine did the same course he did the next year after, and it was literally the example that he used. He was the person they were like, this is how you do it, more or less. And he was on the wall with his world was being this amazing.
And all the time also, keeping on from that, when he was in hospital, it was the fans and this that kept him going, most definitely.
I think in some strange way, I think he was literally happy to be able to just sit by the computer and have no one question him. Because all day, he can sit at the computer, and no one's ever going to go like, why don't you go outside and play with the fun? No. He can sit and do exactly what he wants to do, literally all day, every day.
He liked
exactly what he did.
He liked making jokes, like, that was his whole thing, like, just laughing all the time.
That's true.
My journey of becoming kind of involved in Eddsworld was very, very gradual. It was like just one little step at a time. Like, I think the first instance of me being in Eddsworld was something I'd drawn myself, a caricature of me, that Ed actually just added that drawing into the cartoon, and then eventually evolved into him drawing me, and then it became a voiced character that wasn't even voiced by me, but then it was voiced by me, and then very soon I started writing my own lines, because he'd give me lines, and I'd be like, I'm not saying that, I'm saying my own thing.
What a perplexing crime. Hey, you there! Stop!
Chasing. He's gonna catch the bad guy.
That's one of my favorite ones.
So awesome, yeah.
I really can't say how long ago it was. Maybe it was 10 years ago, maybe it was 11 years ago, but Ed had me sign a contract for my involvement in Eddsworld, where basically it was like the snake had drawn in paint. It was like, you belong to Eddsworld, and if you ever leave, I will kill you. And I signed that unknowingly. Now I'm stuck for life now. That was legally binding. It's really hard to say exactly when. I guess I kind of became a partner, and I don't know if it's quite presumptuous to say that, because I'm sure if Ed were here, he'd be like, you're not my partner, you are my subservient. I think I started becoming a much bigger role in Eddsworld around about when I was 18, 19, when I kind of formally started writing fully with Ed, like actually coming up with the whole episodes and becoming very involved in the creation of the episodes. I started doing the soundscapes myself. I started providing a lot of the music. I think Spares is the first episode where it's like very much me, because that episode was almost entirely written by me. I did almost all the music and I did all the sound design and stuff. So I think that's kind of the first time where it was like started becoming very involved, very, very involved in the cartoon.
Oh no. Oh, bugger.
I remember sitting around Ed didn't have any idea what he wanted to do for the next animation. I wrote down a list of things that he'd already done, followed by a list of kind of stereotypical things we could do, like well, we could do cowboys, or we could do like go to space, or hey, what about Atlantis? And then specifically for the Atlantis one, he went, no, that's stupid. We're not doing it. 2 weeks later, he started animating 25 feet under the sea. Where we all go to Atlantis, and he can't remember it. No, I don't remember you saying that. 25 feet under the sea was pretty much written while we were in Devon on holiday. Me and Ed, we were walking down the street, and we'd already got to the point where we were talking about going underwater and all that stuff, and the Atlantis thing, trying to go back and forth, and it's like, all right, it's something like 20,000 leagues under the sea, and it's like, yeah, well, how do they get there? What about they go down the toilet? It's like, okay, great, they go down the toilet. He goes, I know, how about 25 feet under the sea? He goes, why? Because it rhymes, 20,000 leagues under the sea, leagues, sea. And I was like, okay, that works, and I think my biggest claim to fame is naming that episode.
I thought that What the Future was a big turning point. I love that one. That's the one I watched because I liked it rather than because Ed made it. Watched it more than once. I think that's the first time I started telling friends about it. And I think so. The first time I would pull a friend over and say, watch it.
The one that made me laugh the most was seeing Victoria playing a female Ed. I've always wondered what a female Ed would look like. I thought that was very funny.
All the kids I teach, that's the funny thing. All the kids I teach will make tiny references. I've heard one of my students say, I like trains.
Yeah.
I was ecstatic, but I played it cool. I didn't want to it felt a bit like opening. I didn't want to just shouting my brother's Ed. It was two things at the same time, because I know they'd be excited, but at the same time they would be immediately with this kind of sense of complete sadness, and I didn't it was kind of nice keeping it to myself.
I think one of my favorite things that ever happened with Eddsworld is when we had to we were making What the Future. There needed to be a scene where Ed got blasted with a keg of cola. To do that, basically we just put towels on Ed.
This is how we do it at Eddsworld Studios.
And then just basically waterboarded him. We just poured water on Ed's face while he had to scream the line.
Son of a...
Ed wasn't a very good voice actor, so you'd have to sometimes go to very extreme lengths to get him to perform. So I couldn't be like, Ed, just gargle some water in your mouth and then say the line. No, we had to properly drown him to get that line out there, which is good. I had fun. He didn't. But I did. And that's what matters.
Wow, waterboarding, newfound friends, and it seems Ed's world was getting bigger and better. As Ed kept on creating, the world began spinning faster and faster, snowballing in popularity. He gained a fandom, worked with numerous companies, and even made the news.
From his bedroom in Lincoln, Ed Gould is helping to shape the views of the next generation on the controversial issue of climate change.
However, in 2011, a cancer that Ed had already fought into remission once made an unexpected return. With acute lymphoblastic leukemia, a cancer of the white blood cells, Ed and his world momentarily stopped spinning. A few days later, Ed released a video featuring himself, Thomas Ridgwell, and Matt Hargreaves discussing the diagnosis.
I'm going to be away from a computer for a while, so work on comics and animations. It's probably going to be pretty stacked because of the gravity of this illness.
The Ed heads rallied online with a battle cry that shook the world into spinning once again. Despite his illness, Ed carried on creating. He started work on a new episode, Space Face.
He's doing something stupid again, isn't he?
Yep.
We know what it is yet?
Nope, but I'm sure gonna find out.
But sadly, despite all odds, on the morning of March 25th, 2012, Ed Gould sadly passed away after a 6-year-long battle with cancer. Ed heads from all around the world banded together and shared their love for their late friend and inspiration.
Cheers to Ed.
Cheers to Ed.
To Ed Gould.
To Ed.
For Ed. Ed's final wish was for his world to keep on spinning. And in June 2012, Eddsworld Legacy was created under the banner Save the Show, Save the World. And save the world they did. Raising over $83,000, the show came back to life and Eddsworld kept on spinning. But that's enough of me. Let's find out how the team got involved with the legacy, the difficulties of taking over the show, and replacing the heart and voice of the show, Ed.
How I got into Eddsworld Legacy was Ed dying, essentially, halfway through one of the animations, Space Face, Part 1. Even though that was already split into 2 animations, he halfway through animating it. We really wanted to see it finished. Tom decided to do a Kickstarter.
Hey, heads right. So first of all, I want to let all the awesome people that donated to Eddsworld Legacy know where their perks are and what's happening and stuff. And I quickly want to apologize for us all not getting on with Eddsworld as quick as we should have. It's taking us a while to come to terms with losing Ed, and it's making it difficult to be funny.
No, who's there?
I'm sad.
pumped up and we were like, yes, let's do that, it's great. And then we got all the money and went, oh, I guess we've got to do this then.
Even though I consider myself a pessimist, I never really planned for the eventuality that Ed might die, because everyone else in his life, took his cancer so seriously, and everyone would always be so sad around him. I didn't want to be like that. I wanted to, be very encouraging and very, kind of treat his cancer like an inconvenience, kind of in the way that he did. So whenever I went to visit him, I'd be like, oh my god, what happened? And like, get out of bed, you're so lazy.
Yeah, buddy, you're gonna kick its ass. Dan says.
This isn't actually Ed having leukemia the first time. This is actually returning.
So good for Phil. He will return of the leukemia.
But because of that, we never really properly discussed what would happen if Ed had died, and we had kind of joked about getting him into my apartment, recording like hundreds of random lines of dialogue, like, oh no, a banana! Just getting through loads of lines of dialogue, so that if he did die, we could kind of keep the show going with his voice and just write episodes around what he said.
Got the shark! I have lungs for this day! Back to the property market!
The day before he died, Paul and I actually had a conversation, kind of a joking conversation about like, if Ed dies, I'll feel like a voice changer or something in the show, and it was just really dark, but kind of then all of that really did happen.
Well, this isn't my voice.
The Eddsworld Legacy fundraiser was my idea, and it was probably one of my worst ideas to date, because I really didn't know what I was getting myself into. We wanted to keep the show going, and Ed wanted us to keep the show going, and Ed's mom really wanted us to keep the show going, and the fans wanted us to keep the show going, but I thought that if I funded the show out of the profits the show was making, through like merchandise and stuff, people would accuse me of essentially profiting off Ed's death. So I said, like, I promised I would give all the money the show made directly to charity, but that we would need fan money to kind of help us run the show. And people were still mean anyway, and still accused me of kind of embezzling anyway. So in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have done the fundraiser the way I did. Once that money was given to us, suddenly it went from being this thing that we wanted to do for our friends to this absolute obligation, and that made it very kind of scary, and that put a lot of people off being involved in it. I probably should have just used the money the show was making to fund the show, and then just kind of just accepted that people were going to be mean anyway, and just live with that. But I really did bring it on myself by starting this fundraiser. I burped.
I was nervous about taking over as well. In terms of doing Legacy, I'm entirely honest. Initially, I didn't want to do it at all. I hate it. But after a while, I really became far more motivated. It probably took me 2 years to actually get to the point where I'm so happy that we're doing it. That's saying a lot, seeing as we're almost up to 3 years. I'm glad we've done it. I'm glad we kept it going, and it's really amazing seeing the response we've had from the fans and even people that had never seen the show before.
I wasn't so much nervous of taking over Eddsworld. I was actually more just incredibly overconfident. When I lost Ed, all I wanted to do was business and just find something positive that could happen. Because it's like, oh, this is terrible. There is nothing good about this. Maybe we can make something good. Give people hope, keep the show going. I don't know what I'm doing, And so, we started this fundraiser, and it was all big plans and big hope. And anyway, I worked with Paul, and it was like, Paul, do you reckon you can make like an episode every few months, and how much do you reckon we'll need? And then we realized, oh, we're stupid. We have no idea what we're doing.
I hate this font.
I guess the only real reason I felt like I was qualified to take over, as showrunner, was because Ed had, for the first time ever, signed off on an episode I had 100% written. I had written Space Phase, Part 1 and Part 2 all by myself, and he was like, yep, this is great, and he had no notes on it. And I can't, and maybe that was just because he was so sick and wasn't thinking straight, but really overconfident. When I lost Ed, all I wanted to do was business and just find something positive that could happen. It's like, oh, this is terrible. There is nothing good about this. Maybe we can make something good. Give people hope. Keep the show going. I don't know what I'm doing. And so we started this fundraiser, and it was all big plans and big hope. And anyway, I worked with Paul, and I was like, Paul, do you reckon you could make like an episode every few months, and how much do you reckon we'll need? And then we realized, oh, we're stupid. We have no idea what we're doing.
I hate this font.
I guess the only real reason I felt like I was qualified to take over, as showrunner, was because Ed had, for the first time ever, signed off on an episode I had 100% written. I had written Space Phase, Part 1 and Part 2 all by myself, and he was like, yep, this is great, and he had no notes on it. And I can't, and maybe that was just because he was so sick and wasn't thinking straight, but I had finally written an episode that he needed. So basically, he had kind of signed off on this idea that I could write like him. If I hadn't written Space Phase before we'd lost Ed, I probably wouldn't have had that confidence, that knowledge that I know how he would have thought.
Matt, remember that time I told you I didn't hate you? Yeah! I lied!
I first involvement in the legacy was Funded. Tom approached me, saying that he was struggling with the script. I said, sure, send me what you got. What I saw was that he only had most of the first scene, and that was kind of it, and a list of jokes, but nothing really to sort of thread them together. I went ahead and had a go at the script myself, connecting all those jokes together, creating some new ones, and it essentially created almost the final version of Funded.
Please keep arms and legs inside the ride at all times.
I think Tom just saw that I was just very keen to do as much as I could for the show.
Eddsworld.
He saw that I could probably handle a lot of responsibilities, so he asked if I'd also step up to being co-producer of the show. So that involved liaising with the animators, keeping up a good rapport with everyone, and just sort of keeping everything together so that we can get these projects finally out. Yeah, I was nervous just because it's a huge task. It's not just taking on a long cartoon project like any other. It's something with a lot of emotional connection for a lot of people around the world. So there's a lot of very judgmental eyes watching, and if you make any kind of slip up, they'll be the ones to spot it. I was dedicated to making sure that we do a good show, not just repeating the same jokes from the old episodes. No, I wanted to do something new and original and take things in like slightly new directions, but keeping it firmly grounded in the Eddsworld universe. So, you know, things such as giving Eduardo a bit of a backstory. That's not really been done in an Eddsworld episode before, and from what I've seen, a lot of people really like Eduardo as a character.
Any last words?
I'm sorry.
Yeah!
But one of the interesting aspects we was able to bring to Eddsworld was toy more with sort of the characters. To be fair, you know, sort of in the history of the show, they've been fairly sort of generic. You could almost trade dialogue with one character to another and it probably wouldn't make any difference at all. So what was sort of a challenge for us was to sort of define the characters a little bit more. Ed was just kind of the all-round guy, but he might occasionally be kind of sarcastic, and he's also a leader. Tom was the sort of more dim-witted one with the crazy catchphrases. Matt was more of the sort of surly, sarcastic person, and Tord was just kind of also there. He would occasionally have a line, phew. But nothing really to make him that big a character. Over the course of the show, the characters had changed somewhat. When Tord left the show, Tom became more of the sort of sarcastic, surly character.
Good riddance.
Matt was the vain, dim-witted one.
Nonsense! What about my DVD?
What? But it still left Ed being the sort of the generic all-round guy.
Where did you even get this dog? I don't know!
So one thing that I was quite conscious of, especially writing something like Funded, was that yes, he's the kind of more natural leader, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's always right. I feel like that makes sort of a lot more endearing of the character. The fact that he tries a lot, but doesn't always succeed. And also introducing aspects to the show, such as like soft arcs. There's like a running subtle story that's been happening through many of the episodes now that may only get realized towards the end. Maybe.
Recasting Ed was a really difficult decision because I wasn't really sure if I wanted to go in a new direction with the character or if I wanted to try and get someone who basically just sounded like Ed. I originally approached a YouTuber called Kyan, who has a very like low, very kind of monotone speaking voice, and I thought like he would do a really good job of mimicking Ed's style.
My name is Kyan, and these are my thoughts.
And he didn't want the responsibility, and I totally understand why, because no matter what we do with Eddsworld, it's never good enough. Like, you know, the voice actors are never good enough now, or the writing isn't like Ed used to do it, or the animation isn't like Ed used to do it. Duh. Among those the people who I auditioned, there was Jack Howard, Dean Dobbs, Jamie Spicer Lewis, Eddie Bowley, Tim H. It was quite a lot of people that I had streaming in my bedroom for that line. It's good. It got down to either Eddie or Tim. I ended up going with Tim because I thought it was an interesting direction to kind of like have the character be a little bit squeakier, a little bit more emotive, and Eddie wasn't happy about that role. But he did get brought on as like co-writer, producer, and director, so I feel like he wins in the long run.
Sort of amongst our friends, we used to do this sort of monthly poker night, and I think it must have been one of those, and I happened to be at Tom's place. You know, he'd already been through a bunch of his friends, he'd auditioned virtually everyone, and sort of I think Jack sort of offhand mentioned, oh, you might as well audition Tim. Very like I hadn't planned for the audition, and we sort of went into the other room. It was basically the scene in which the spaceship is crashing, and so the audition consisted a lot of screaming. So I had to go into the other room and prove I could scream. And yeah, it was very new to me at the time. I hadn't done a lot of voice acting. So, you know, Tom was kind of there guiding me through, explaining to, you know, do the motions. I was pretending to hold onto the steering wheel and keep going back to a lot of screaming,
I think one of the main reasons I chose him as a voice actor is because, unlike Eddie, he isn't really an aspiring voice actor. That kind of rough around the edge element to his voice acting kind of matched Ed's. It sounds really mean to say, but like sometimes when it's a bit shit, it's like it used to be. I don't know, it's hard to explain.
I felt like I got involved in Eddsworld because I could tell it meant a lot to all my friends. It felt like sort of one of those things you sort of can't say no to. It felt like an honor to be invited and to help kind of continue that legacy. It didn't feel like sort of like a yes, I got a new part in a new show. Like for all that it was exciting, it felt more like, I don't want to say an obligation, I don't want to say a duty, but it felt like something that I kind of needed to do to kind of, because it meant a lot to the fans clearly, and I sort of, in hindsight, definitely went back and watched all the shows and kind of saw that this show had been around for a long time and meant a lot to a lot of people, so it felt like something that kind of needed to do for you.
What a grueling process, Can't be easy dealing with grief whilst also working on a huge project like this. But what would I know? I never got programmed with emotions. Who needs them, right? Just like the Avengers, Samuel L. Jackson, Thomas Ridgewell, called upon Earth's greatest heroes, or the best he could find at such short notice, to bring together a team to make their legacy dream a reality. The voice actors, the production team, the sound team, the Hulk, the animators, and the leaders of the team, Captain Eddsworld, Eddie, and Tom. So,
in hindsight, definitely went back and watched all the shows and kind of saw that this
heroes, or the best he could find at such short notice, to bring together a team to make their legacy dream a reality. The voice actors, the production team, the sound team, the Hulk, the animators, and perspective on their individual roles and the true warriors of the legacy, the animators.
There is no such thing as a standard Eddsworld.
What did I do? I did something and I broke it.
Workday, because basically we're all people who do other things that coming together to do Eddsworld, so we kind of just come together when needed. You know, Eddie took a couple of weeks off work to come and write all the Eddsworld episodes with me, and then the animators just working when the animators write. So there's big points. There's points of about 1 to 3 months where the only thing that's happening is an animator is working.
So pre-production involves obviously heavily the script. Tom and I will sit down, and once we have sort of the core idea, we'll start drawing like a map of ideas. So we have some like key plot points or some key jokes that we know want to go in, and then we create like a map, like a thread, lining up all those jokes and ideas together, so it becomes one sort of hopefully coherent script. After that, it moves on to the voice recording. Get everyone to do all their lines. That's the one. Then Matt and I will sit down together and we'll edit all the audio, the dialogue together. It's then passed over to Elliot to do the rough sound design. The animator starts work on that. Well, he'll be also, or she, will be working on an animatic of it so that we can give immediate feedback before it gets too heavily into animation, just in case there's some very big changes we want. Some like key plot points or some key jokes that we know want to go in, and then we create like a map, like a thread, lining up all those jokes and ideas together, so it becomes one sort of hopefully coherent script. After that, it moves on to the voice recording. Get everyone to do all their lines.
Keep arms and legs inside the ride at all times.
That's the one. Then Matt and I will sit down together and we'll edit all the audio, the dialogue together. It's then passed over to Elliot to do the rough sound design. The animator starts work on that. Well, he'll be also, or she, will be working on an animatic of it so that we can give immediate feedback before it gets too heavily into animation, just in case there's some very big changes we want to make. It's good to sort of nip those in the bud as soon as we can. And then, yeah, once it's all signed off and all happy with, we proceed to final. So post-production, it's just kind of putting all these bits together. So it's putting together the sound design, which would already have music mixed in with it, as well as the voice acting, laying it over with the animation, making any other small edited tweaks or changes if it's utterly necessary, and then then get this boy out.
The intention with Eddsworld was originally going to be that I would be the producer, director, and writer, so I would, come up with the ideas, direct the animators, and I would be the producer as well, which would mean that I would be kind of overseeing everyone and make sure everyone was towing the line. It became very apparent quite early on that I couldn't do that. I just wasn't strong enough to do that, so that's why Eddie came on to kind of be my partner on all of those things. It is definitely a team effort. I'd say that none of my jobs are just me, and the show's probably better off for that.
We've had the great fortune to work with a lot of extremely talented animators since starting up the Legacy. Walter Board, he is an animation god wizard maniac. Every frame you can see just the utter dedication and artistic skill that goes into it. The man is not human. He is incredible at what he does, and when you see some of the shots he's done, you're just in awe at how amazing it looks.
Yeah, he does some pretty good stuff.
We are in the plane.
He's been...
Oh yeah. Cloudburn! It was also lucky to have Tobias Nip work with us on a short episode, and I was very grateful to him because he didn't just go into the episode with like blinkers on and doing exactly what he was told. He was willing to challenge us. We agreed on some points and we disagreed on some points, but we need that. We need to mix because sometimes there are things we're missing. Like there's a bit in Hide and Seek, the episode he made, where Matt's saying, where shall I hide? Where shall I hide? And he said this very sort of calmly. But Tobias suggested, why not make him sort of more wild and panicky? And he had this idea of him sort of running around in a circle on the spot, and we thought that was a great idea. So we re-recorded Matt's line just for that reason. And the animation style of that episode is very toony, very akin to sort of the older style of Eddsworld, and I think a lot of people really enjoyed that.
That's quite a mouthful.
Sandra Rivers, animator of Mirror Mirror. She has a fantastic animation style. It's very like Ren and Stimpy, like John K. It's very bouncy, lively, and as of the day of this recording, we haven't seen this yet, but I'm really excited to see it because I just know it's going to kick ass.
Okay, that's it.
The vase?
We've also got Anthony Creed Price. He's also got a very great, wide-eyed, very bouncy style. Like, you can see the weight of characters sometimes. Like, if a character turns his head, it's not just like the hair's static. It will kind of bob with him. And, it's sort of the subtleties like that just kind of really brings a lot of life to the episodes that he's making.
No one hits my neighbor but me.
We also had Pearl work on an episode of Tom's Tales with us. She has a really great sort of cutesy style. It was purposely done to look like a black and white animatic, but she still gave that a sort of a lot of, I don't want to keep saying life again. Give me another word other than life. She brought a lot of depth to the project. She brought a lot of great fine detail to that project. So although it's a very simplistic looking episode, she gave it everything to make it a really cool episode.
Okay, throw the ball!
Oh my god.
Hey there, what's going on? Oh my god, did you kill that baseball?
No.
Yeah, you did. I saw you do it.
It was like that when I did it.
I'm gonna tell everyone. I'm gonna tell the whole world.
No, please don't do that.
You're gonna go to jail. You're gonna go to jail where you belong.
Oh no, what do I do? We're very fortunate to get to work with such an incredible team of animators. So, thank you guys.
Well, that definitely opened up my non-existent pre-programmed eyes to the talented humans behind this extraordinary project. The Legacy has reached its end. Trickle Threat and Christmas Adventure by Brandon Turner, Salunatics by Pearl Zhang and her team, The End Part 1 by Porter Ward, and for the very last episode of the Eddsworld Legacy, the crew managed to rally together a huge team of on the big finale.
Okay. My question is, if you had to make one last video, just the last video before you died or just couldn't make another one, what would it be? What would it be like?
I guess it would be like, I'd probably like call in so many favors, like get all the people I could possibly new animator to animate a bit of it, just to make it like a great big finale kind of thing. So So it'd go out with a bang, really. So just like call in every favor I could possibly have just for that one final movie.
Proving it's truly not just one single meat bag with too many fleshy parts. Kill me! But having many more fleshy flailing limbs may have helped the team out, as this legacy project wasn't all sunshine and lollipops. A hiatus, unforeseen difficulties, and living up to not just their own expectations, but the expectations of the world they set out to save. A battle between the show, nostalgia, and its newfound legacy.
So the hiatus between the episodes, especially the time it took to get in Space Phase Part 2 to get in Fun Dead out. Although we had a couple of short episodes in between, that was quite a grueling process. Tom was going through a lot of hard times. It was difficult for him to sort of deal with a lot of things at once, but also the huge burden that the show can be. There's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of harsh judgment, there's a lot of people with expectations of you. That can be incredibly hard to deal with. He was trying to take on a lot on his own. Also relying on people who ultimately failed. So it wasn't until he got sort of more trustworthy people on board, such as myself, that we was able to finally get production back up and running.
The plan with Eddsworld Legacy was to, just go at it, go really hard, go hard and fast, and just knock out episodes like that, and be wrapped up by the end of 2013 with all the episodes. And here we are in 2015. It kind of went on this massive hiatus because I just snapped. I took on all these roles of responsibility for myself and hadn't really involved anyone else in the responsibility roles. So when I just kind of fell apart and didn't want to do anything anymore, nothing happened anymore. Yeah, when I'm being uncooperative, everything grinds to a massive halt basically. And that's why Eddie is such a necessary part, because he's working when I'm not.
I think that Tom gets a lot of unnecessary flack. A lot of the sort of more recent episodes, people are very keen to look for the scenes, to look for the lines, to look for where the change happened. A lot of that is pinned solely on Tom. The thing is, I think this documentary will establish, it's not just Tom. There's a studio-sized team here, an international studio team, in fact. It's several people working together, dedicated to this cause.
I think the big break in the series was, I guess, inevitable in a way, because I honestly can't imagine going through what Tom and Eddie and Matt had to go through, losing the show's creator and also a close personal friend who then also literally said, could you please continue the show? So obviously you would say yes. I can't imagine a world in which you wouldn't say yes to your friend, especially if that was sort of a big thing they wanted. But at the same time, grieving takes time, and it's maybe not going to hit you immediately, and it feels like that's what happened. It feels like they sort of said yes, did the campaign, that energy was sort of still there, but then getting over a friend who's passed away is going to take time, and I can't imagine having to not only...
And for any creative, that's horrible. You just can't live up to people's ideals, to the way people loved something when they were younger.
What we do, we try to keep it as very Eddsworld as possible. But at the same time, I don't want to just make an Eddsworld episode. I want it to be good. I want it to be something that I can look back on with pride. Something that we feel really honors the show by ensuring that we do the absolute best we can towards it. I think one of the immediate gratifying aspects of Eddsworld is the response from the fans. The fans are hugely dedicated and very heavily emotionally attached. Some having grown up with the show, some being heavily inspired by the show with their own productions and stuff. So Eddsworld means a lot to them, and so when we go to like MCM and panels and conventions and that kind of thing, you get fans coming up to you, thanking you for doing what you do and admiring your work and that kind of thing. It's a huge honor. The show means a lot to me as well, so it's a deep honor to be able to be such a huge part of it.
To me, it always just meant, I don't know, it's like I had this kind of feeling with Eddsworld, which was kind of like step up and try and be there for someone else. This isn't about you. You can work on stuff and you can try and convey points, and usually there's the kind of benefit of like, oh, and then you get the glory, you get the, you're so good, you're so talented, you've done this so well. Whereas with Eddsworld, I didn't really feel that. I feel it feels all about doing something bigger than myself justice. And in a way, it's just humbling. It's something that puts things in perspective, and it means that in a world where we're all trying to build brands and gain followings and stuff, it's actually quite nice to have a project that, in that sense of the word, is kind of for the love of it, I guess.
A lot of the people I know now and work closely with, and to the point where some of my long-term dreams and aspirations are slowly being realized. The fact that I've been, for the past few years, so very incredibly creatively fulfilled, to the point where some of my long-term ambitions and dreams are finally, closely, at least being realized. I owe that all to Ed. He was the reason I met anyone. He was always very humble, very down to earth, very talkative. He would be happy to chat to anyone, and so he always made me feel welcome. And from that, just made friends, and from that made more friends, to the point now that I can call myself a co-writer, be kind of close to calling that my full-time job. I'd always be eternally grateful to Ed, because he's the reason that all happened.
Honestly, I can say there's a lot of reasons why we did Eddsworld Legacy. I think, if I'm being honest, one of the main reasons that I kind of rushed into it was because I felt like I failed Ed as a friend. I felt like I hadn't seen him enough when he was in hospital, and I hadn't helped enough. In my mind, I was like, well, if I run this show and if I make loads of episodes, maybe I can make it up to him. Didn't do that very well, in all honesty. Yeah, I guess I really just thought that I could fix things. They say that the 5 stages of grief, it starts with denial, and maybe that's what Eddsworld Legacy was to me. Was just this really prolonged period of denial of me just thinking like, no, he's not gone. See, I guess Eddsworld Legacy also just is about kind of honoring Ed's legacy and the things he achieved by kind of giving him one last hurrah, taking the show to a point where it feels like it's kind of a satisfying point to move on from. Obviously there are plenty of people out there who don't want the show to ever end and stuff, but I can't do it forever. It sounds very selfish, but losing it was probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me, and working on Eddsworld is just kind of constantly reminding me of that.
Eddsworld is a show that's made for the fans, by the fans. It's not something we could have done without their full support, to which we are really grateful and honoured that we get to do this, that we get to continue the show for the legacy, for Ed. So, thank you.
I guess I just want to thank you guys for making the show possible, and I'd like to think that we've made a bit of a difference in the world, not just to you guys and to the fans, but also to the charities we've donated to, and hopefully the show has just caused more good out there.
To the legacy donators, sorry, we've taken a while. Thanks for being patient.
Just how much it all meant to him and how much it would mean to him that he carried on, because that's what he said to me when he wanted his darkest hours, that he wanted his world to keep on going with him in it, because that would be like he was still alive. And this has, it's helped me a great deal that it has kept on going, yes, but he would have been so proud of everybody.
I guess to the donators of Eddsworld Legacy, I have 2 things to say, and that is, thank you so much. I didn't expect, the response that we got. I didn't expect so much generosity. When we first put out the fundraiser, I really thought, I turned to Paul and I said, this is never going to work, but it did, and we broke, and we beat the goal in the space of a few days, and then we exceeded it, and that was amazing. But the other thing I really want to say is I'm sorry. I made a promise that I couldn't keep, and I messed around with a lot of people's money. I don't think I lived up to a lot of people's expectations as well with the show. So, yeah, those are the 2 things I really want to say is thank you, I'm sorry, but I hope you enjoyed the show. Yes.
One final thought. The Legacy achieved its goals, and despite its troubled production, the team still managed to raise over 80,176 human pounds. All the money gained from the Eddsworld channel since the start of the Legacy has gone to Click Sergeant, a UK-based charity which provides support to children and young people with cancer.
So Click Sergeant is the UK's leading cancer charity for children and young people. We actually provide a lot of the support for children and young people diagnosed with cancer. There's no research to the work that we do. So we provide support from the point of diagnosis and even after cancer treatment is finished. And in some cases we actually provide support for bereaved cases as well. So on behalf of the team here at Click Sergeant, I'd like to say a massive thanks to the supporters at Eddsworld. Your donations so far have made a huge impact on the lives of children and young people diagnosed with cancer.
Thank you, Eddsworld.
It's pretty swell. And goodbye, fleshy human people. Program terminated.
Hey, wanna play some video games? I know I do. I haven't seen the sun in years. So, let's play League of Legends. Sound familiar? It should. It's amazing. And it's free. You can afford that, right? If you had friends, they would already be playing it. So why aren't you? Jump on in and make some friends. Here's how it works. You start by picking a champion, and there are
The grim future. But that doesn't look very futuristic.
No, I want to go to the beginning.
This rain is so annoying.
Oh, so annoying.
Yeah, well, I hope it ends soon.
I hope you end soon.
I'm getting soaked.
You're getting soaked. And you're ugly as well.
As ever, Ed, your sense of humor never ceases to amaze me.
Was that an insult?
You figure it out.
Finally, after many years, I return. Now it's time to... Wait, that was an insult.
Well, when they found the skeleton in my kitchen, they assumed it was mine, so by the time I got home, the landlord had already rented the place out for someone else. So that's not like it.
Hey guys, do you see a sinister looking guy down the alleyway?
Whoa, yeah. Oh, that is sinister.
Oh wait, I meant that alleyway.
Kind of look like Ed with a beard.
Don't be silly, only Tom can grow a beard.
I have a disorder.
There's no way it could be me. Or is there? No, there isn't. Oh, wait, maybe. I am you from the far-off year of 2000 and the cola has been outlawed as a drug all over the globe. After several years, I realized there was only one choice. I had to travel into the past to kill my past self to spare me from such a grim future. But that doesn't look very futuristic.
I wanted my chicken extra crispy. This changes nothing. Excuse me, I have extremely important business to attend to and what cruel irony!
Such a nice young man.
Oh no, a giant laser. Help me, super guy.
Nothing to fear. With my powers, I can stop anything in the world. Just as long as it isn't laser.
Grab what you need and let's get out of here.
Access granted.
Maybe I've missed you.
I love you to freaking notice this.
Passport, nope. Medicine, nope. Price of heirlooms, nope. Aha! My lucky can. Matt, come on, we have to go.
Okay, I'm on my way.
Sorry, guys. You'll be in my heart. Oh. Right, time for Operation Mega Escape 4.
4.
Open. Access. Enter. Broccoli?
Alright guys, so it was the pasta for you, the tacos for you, and for you?
Whatever you want, sweet cheek. I'll just have a meat potato.
Alright, and would anyone like any drinks?
Oh, we'll just have 1, 2. Yeah, but make it 2 gallons of Coke, please. So why exactly are we all running away from this guy if he only wants to kill Ed?
Hey! Well, without Ed, it would just be me and you. Well, that would suck. Has anyone else noticed this is like the most we've ever spoken?
Hey, Ed.
Holy fuck in a pizza box!
What made you think your future self would not know where his past self would be hiding?
What?
Then how come it took you so long to find us?
Shut up! Now prepare to die!
Wait, how do we know you're actually Ed from the future?
Well, a lucky can, Ed. I remember exactly how we got it.
La 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 la.
Ooh, a can!
Shove. La 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 la.
He's right.
Now that's out of the way, prepare to die.
But won't this make some kind of paradox or something?
Don't be stupid. That kind of thing only happens in the movies. In the movies. Son of a... This is gonna be harder than I thought. Looks like I'll need some reinforcements.
Excuse me, but do you know where the...
Oh my god, he bit off his arm! Run away!
Whoops, looks like I undershot it a bit.
Help me.
Oh, I would, Matt, but, you know, timelines and paradoxes and stuff. Meanwhile...
Huh. It's a good job Red Leader had a second time travel device.
Now we just have to stop Ed before he messes anything up in the future. Oh, he's a dead man. So where should we start looking?
I'm not sure, but I hope Ed's past self has enough sense to hide somewhere.
I'm distracted.
Who keeps buying this stuff?
Yeah. We should probably get back to the cars now.
Time to finish this once and for all with my army of me. Edins, Sir Ed, Edius, and Edgar. So now there's no escape. Attack, my brother! can this plan get any worse? Stop right there!
Oh god, I'm old! Hey, why the eye thing? Remember that laser you took to the face? Yeah? Cancer. Anyway, Ed, we're here to stop you before you destroy the future for your selfish needs.
No! I won't go back! I won't go back to that bleak, soda-free future!
No, Susan!
No, Susan!
No, the face!
Ow!
Dash, 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 dash. Matt, hurry! Save us!
Today we have the pleasure of speaking to the well-known creator, author, founder and king of pretty much everything in existence since the dawn of man, known simply as Matt. Tell us, Matt, how did you come up with the idea of creating and ruling everything in existence?
Well, it all started when I got my hands on it. Invented my own time machine. Anyway, I pretty much just went back in time and did all I hate love, Matt!
So bored. Winning is getting old. I need a new game. Do I want to save money? Duh! Come on, really? This is the worst. I hate this so much.
Hurry, Ed! There's not much time!
We've got to save the children! Can't believe Todd is leaving.
Goodbye. Good luck.
Good riddance.
Now that Ford's gone, how can we... Should we start next episode next? Yeah, okay.
Audio for this one's not that good. Well, I'm probably gonna stop the stream here because no one's joined and it's been like an hour and 48 minutes, so bye everyone!